but I don't think I can see it.
I don't think it's if it is, I can't. Oh, we're live. Oh,
we're live? We're good?
Oh, we're here. Are we here? Wesley Wednesday Part 2, the Washanti remix.
Yes. Okay, I'm seeing that, Wesley. All right, I'm so happy we're here. The chat is here. Everyone's back. Okay. Whew. I'll be honest, you guys. I was literally having a mild panic attack, but we're here, and we.
Maddison, Wesley said Wesley Wednesday Part 2, the Washanti remix. Do y'all understand that the T-Tribe is the most hilarious people on this planet?
Oh my God. I'm so happy we're back. Everyone start putting line emojis in the chat right now because Leo literally is an icon. Leo is an icon.
Listen, Leo is more powerful and more intelligent than Wade from Kim Possible. You know how Wade had the command center and he's always like, click, click, click. Leo just gets it back together like, whoop, whoop, whoop. There it is.
He really does. Like, honestly, without Leo, we would be absolutely lost.
Without Leo, girl, this will be a podcast. Girl, let's talk on the phone and here y'all go. Listen to this. Morning.
Exactly. Now we do have a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea. Yeah. And we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Wednesday to Mika Mix.
Yes, happy Wednesday, Mika. Now we know it is truly a morning tea party. Whenever Mika pops in and we do the Mika dance, whew, I feel so much better. Thank you guys so much for the line emojis. Also, I'm laughing because Nike Taylor just said, did I miss anything?
You ain't miss a drop.
You literally just missed the technical difficulty. That was my fault. So I'm sorry.
This is how you know it's a live show.
Yes. Honestly, I will say we've been going really good, really smooth without any issues. So we needed one.
Listen, Maddison, I welcome it. It wakes me up. It invigorates me. It's like a good whiff of an Irish Spring soap bar.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, there is no workout that gets your heart rate pumping faster than when the morning tea goes down and I'm trying to text Leo. Literally, I don't think any form of cardio could get my heart racing like
Madison, you always just have like this look on your face, and that's when I know, well, all right, let's start talking about nothing now.
The blank look of pure panic of, Okay, we're here. I'm feeling good. I see some of you are talking about where you live and places opening up, all of that craziness. If you are somewhere where that's happening, yes, please just, honestly, if you can't control what other people are opening up, you can't control what you do, still stay safe, do everything you need to do, because I can only imagine being in that stressful situation.
Yeah, I literally, Maddison, I texted my mom because she's not like a big internet-y person, and I was like, listen, you and Dad are going to see on the news that they trying to open up the state at the beginning of May. Do not believe them. Stay inside. I will send y'all a disinfected care package at the end of the month.
Yes.
Don't y'all go nowhere.
Exactly.
Girl, I don't play that.
But your brother's not going back to school, right?
Absolutely not. That's canceled for the rest of the year, but he's doing like an online situation.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I was like, I told my mom, I was like, listen, even if the schools, like before the schools closed, I said, listen, you email the teacher and say, young Malachi won't be coming to school. Can you upload the worksheets to whatever the homework base is online? Can you email the mad minutes, girl? So we had a plan, girl. I'm
dying. I also want to shout out Karina. She said, y'all, I know Mother Nature is mad when she brings a small tornado in New Jersey. There was an earthquake in LA last night.
Girl.
Tornadoes in New Jersey. It's Earth Day. She's just reminding us that she is the queen.
Madison, I was watching something last night that I forgot, to be honest. It might have been Too Hot to Handle, to be honest, the second episode. And my boyfriend had tapped me because I was like going on and on and on about the mess. And he like tapped me and I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? And then I opened up my phone and everyone was like, earthquake, 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 my walls, earthquake, earthquake. I said, oh, well, I just wanted to know why everyone was kissing. Like, I thought that's what the issue was. It actually was the tectonic plates were shifting, not my brain.
I woke up to 100 text messages, literally, from my friends, from 2 different group texts being like, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel the earthquake? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, I am so happy that I was not in that earthquake because that is the one thing that scares me. Tornadoes I grew up with, so I know what to do. Earthquakes, no idea. It is like a foreign language to me.
Girl, you get in the doorway, girl.
Oh,
you get in the doorway, girl.
Help, no. It scares me. But let's go ahead and pour up the tea.
Oh, yeah.
Pour it up. The sun went ball out. Pour it up. The sun went ball out. Morgan Voorhees just said she heard my dog, and probably she's outside right now, and I am sitting in a room that's at the front of the house, so you probably did hear my dog. And her name is
Teabag.
Oh, no, what happened? Oh, okay, good.
She fell in. Sorry, I'm just being dramatic.
Well, I would much rather your tea bag fall in than you pour and spill the hot water on your lap. You know that is always my biggest fear. Always my biggest fear. Okay, Courtney.
Huh?
You want
me to tell you what's going on, girl? Are you passing the OMT mug to me today, Grill?
I am. The OMT mug is goals.
It's time for the O, the M, and the T. And first up, we have NENE Leakes. Now, there are some people that are saying that she's too old for TikTok, and that's after she teamed up with the Shade Room to help 10 people dance to her new song. So basically, NENE released a song called Honey, and I live for it. It's not exactly tardy for the party, but it's a different kind of party. It's like a chicken noodle soup party versus a gay club party. I'll say that.
Okay.
What were you going to say, Madison?
No, I was going to say I love chicken noodle soup, which is why I like this NENE Leakes song.
It's good for the soul girl. Now, she launched like a dance challenge around her song. She teamed up with the Shade Room. You dance to it, and you might win $500. And NENE also says, like, even if you don't win, you could get some clout by me posting you on my Instagram. Now, the contest has earned, like, kind of mixed reviews. People are kind of feeling it, kind of not. One person said that NENE was too old to be doing this, and so she clapped back and she said, "Who's too old to make money? Besides, we are supporting those who are out of work. I ain't too old to pay, huh?" I had to do it in my NENE voice. I hope y'all imagined my NENE Bob. But yeah, I don't think NENE's too old to give money away. I think that's stupid. What do you think, Madison?
I think if someone is doing a contest where they're giving out money, you should not be criticizing their age or anything like that. Like, how about you just be thankful and enter so you can win $500? Like, I literally saw that and I was like, do I enter? Because I could use $500.
Madison, you're the dancer.
I'm just like, I might as well. I don't know.
You could dance with the champagne glass, girl. Jazz it up for them.
Yes, I feel like NENE would approve of a dance with a champagne glass.
Yes, ma'am.
I think she would definitely approve of that. But I was so excited, I have to admit, when I saw this, because I was like, finally, some NENE T is making the docket, because I know she's your favorite housewife, so I was so excited. I was like, yes, I get to put something selfish in for Courtney, which rarely happens, because I'm always like, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. And I saw NENE clapping back, and I was like, also, such a rightful reason to clap back, too. Again, if you're giving away money, how dare you even comment on somebody's age?
And I agree. And you know what? I feel like, maybe it's a little bit different for me. I'm starting to realize the reason why I'm probably obsessed with Real Housewives of Atlanta as much as I am and NENE is because years ago, like when the show was like still climbing, I would say, I met NENE waiting outside for crazy Nicki Minaj, and she was very lovely, very stopped. Greg was very nice to everyone. So, I mean, y'all, if NENE's giving money away, I think we should appreciate and applaud that, honestly.
I completely agree. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about French Montana.
For what?
Frenchie's getting himself in some trouble.
Okay,
so
the laughing potato.
He recently did an interview with Complex News, and he made a comment that he has more hits than Kendrick Lamar. So, exactly, I just wanted that to, like, marinate for a second. He said that he has more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Now, he's obviously getting dragged by the internet for saying so. So then he tried to clarify his comments on Twitter. He tweeted out, "If we just talking about anthems, me versus Kendrick, hit for hit, I believe I can go neck to neck. I've been making hits for a long time. It ain't my fault. I believe in myself. How was I supposed to answer? How was I supposed to answer that question? How many times I got to prove myself before I get mine?"
Someone asked him if he could beat Kendrick?
So yeah, that was the question of like him going head to head with Kendrick Lamar, and he said that he has more hits.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We know that he's wrong, right?
Right.
To us, people outside of the hip hop community, it's like, you sound insane, you sound crazy. I don't even listen to Kendrick Lamar like that, and I know that Kendrick Lamar could bury French Montana with a freestyle. However, Maddison and T-Tribe members, wherever you're watching from, in hip hop, you're supposed to say that you're the best no matter what, or else you're a punk. So, I mean, even if French Montana, the rapping potato, was asked if he had more hits than Kendrick Lamar, he better have lied through his teeth, period. Because if you're a rapper, why wouldn't you want to be the best? Why wouldn't you say that you're the best? So, I mean, even though he's wrong, he gave the right answer.
And exactly. And I feel like even in his clarification tweet, he kind of spoke to what you're saying. He was saying, like, I believe I can go neck to neck. And I think that's what it's all about, is just having that belief and confidence in yourself that, like, you are the best no matter what. And I just feel for him, though, because when you think of French, I guess for me, too, and this is so bad, but when I think of French, all I think about is us calling him Frenchie because he dated Khloe Kardashian.
When I think of French Montana, I think of that third feature on that song, whatever that song it may be. Because, you know, when you're getting into it and you're like, oh my God, where's my part? And then, like, there's a French Montana verse in between there. You know what I mean? It's like...
Right. And I think that's what people were saying, too. They're like, I mean, maybe your features, but I don't... Where are you seeing these individual hits? And I just have to shout out Danielle Stone because she said Lil Wayne is still the GOAT to me.
Period.
Danielle...
That ain't no contest. Agree
more. Love Lil Wayne. Wesley said, since it is Wesley Wednesday, Wesley said, sir, sit down, be humble.
Period. Wesley.
That's the tea. And Lawrence, you said, French Montana, who I only know, Hannah Montana.
No, and that was a tweet. That wig on.
A tweet was like, the only Montana to actually make hits, and then it's like, Miley Cyrus is Hannah Montana.
Honestly, I don't see no lie.
I know. I just always feel bad.
It's not better than an ice cream freeze. I'll tell you that.
I know. I just try to always root for him, but then he always says dumb stuff, and then I'm like, all right, okay.
Stay Khloe. Bye.
I know. Okay, let's move on and talk about JoJo Siwa. So JoJo Siwa is not dating a 28-year-old. PSA. Still a theory. It's not. If you believe that, you're, like you said yesterday,
put the stupid juice down.
Literally. But now people are talking about her because she revealed her natural hair on TikTok. So she recently posted a TikTok saying that if she got 19 million followers in 24 hours, she would do whatever the top comment said. An array of things were commented, like get a septum piercing, dye your hair, blah, blah, blah. But the ones that won was a comment that said, dress normal for a day. There were several of comments. Dress normal, dress normal. So, JoJo Siwa did. She took off the bow, she took off the sparkles, she ended up showing off her real hair. She looks super freaking cute. She's really naturally she always, like, has a very natural look on anyway, but I feel like without the sparkles and without the bow and all of her JoJo Siwa-ness, she's super cute.
I'm here for it. Listen, there's going to come a time when that's the regular and she will be nothing but she will be like, you know, like I love the 90s. She'll be nothing but like a little blip on like a show like that. So like, I'm glad that she's taking the time to enjoy that for as long as the train will allow her to ride. But one day she'll be a regular one of us, as stupid as that sounds. And then it'll go from, why don't you dress normal to, JoJo, you're not being yourself. Like, you know what I mean? You know how the public is. They're so flimsy. It was like with Lizzo. Like, yes, we accept you. We love your body. And then as soon as Lizzo came to the basketball game, she had her cheeks out. It was like, you're offending our children. I think it'll be the same thing, but different for JoJo Siwa. Now it's like, you dress like you're a 5-year-old. Then when she starts dressing normal, then it's going to be like, you left your brand and your fans behind and you don't love children and blah, blah, blah. It'll be something dumb like that. And that's it. But I love it.
I hope that doesn't happen because honestly, when I saw this, I was like, I think JoJo should lean into this. Like, she is 16 now. She is getting older. Like, she has secured the bag with the bows and dressing like that. Like, she has secured it. And I feel like you have to be able to kind of evolve and mature or else it's never going to work. But it's the same thing like what Billie Eilish said. Like, sometimes you just literally can't please everybody. And I think you're right. JoJo Siwa is going to see that exact same thing, which is unfortunate. But maybe that's why I'm like, I want to be vocal and saying, JoJo, lean into it.
Maddison, you ever think her parents had the same idea as Billie Eilish did?
Maybe.
And her parents were like, I don't want y'all sexualizing my dancer daughter that's on TV because she was on Dance Moms and they had her stay in that Lisa Frank kind of world so that she could focus and get this coin. And then, girl, when you get this coin, girl, go ahead and do whatever you want and kiss whoever you want and dress however you want. You know what? If that was the plan, her parents deserve a round of applause and several fruit baskets because they got the bag and they can retire.
I agree. If that was the plan, then smart on them because it really did pay off. I want to shout out Lauren. She gave a cute rainbow emoji.
Hey,
Thank you, Lauren. And then Tammy Fitz said her mother wouldn't let her date a 28-year-old. Yeah, JoJo, she's not dating a 28-year-old. Yes, you're exactly right, Tammy. I don't think she would. JoJo Siwa's boyfriend is 18 years old, everybody. 16-year-old, 18-year-old. He's going to college in the fall.
Y'all gotta think about who JoJo Siwa is. She's like a role model to a whole bunch of children. Y'all think that her parents would openly let her date a 28-year-old? That doesn't make sense.
I also think a 28-year-old would not date JoJo Siwa.
You'd be surprised.
That's true.
I'm just saying, in terms of like, she's a celebrity. I don't think she would openly date a 28-year-old in front of us like that.
No, she's not going to fumble the bag that bad. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Dua Lipa. Because she talked about her Miley Cyrus collab. Now, prior to the coronavirus pandemic, we did hear grumblings of Miley and Dua Lipa working together, but we've never heard anything about what happened to the song. Obviously, it wasn't on Future Nostalgia. But during a recent radio interview, Dua confirmed that the track does exist, but she didn't really give any more details. She said that the song that her and Miley originally wanted to put out wasn't the right one for them at the time. She then went on to say, quote, "We haven't gotten anything new at the moment, but hopefully we will get back together and do something because we really want to do it."
So Miley is going to pull that card when it's time for her album, especially after seeing that we all ate Future Nostalgia up. I want to say, Maddison, and I hope that some of you guys will agree if y'all know about this, Dua Lipa really did a good job with her album, and the reason why is because in addition to her album like leaking, there were songs in the leak that didn't make the album, and I think we might have talked about it once or twice before. There was a Normani collab on Dua Lipa's album, and it was out of sight, girl. The Normani Dua Lipa track was everything. Fine. It was like something that I wanted from Normani, and it didn't make the album, and I hope that she releases like a deluxe or like a re-release so that maybe the Miley song can go on the deluxe. Maybe the Normani feature can go on the deluxe. But I definitely think, Maddison, that Miley gonna have Dua on that album because she, not to say Miley isn't an icon, but for this album, she's gonna need Dua on the album.
Yeah. No, I just think she's gonna need Dua to kind of help establish where she's going, what she's doing. Because remember, we've talked about this, about how, you know, we're not sure if Miley is going to give us bangers, if she's going to give us Malibu, if she's trying to navigate her way through the middle. And I think Dua has just such a unique sound, and I think the great thing about her is that she leans into disco. She kind of just leans into whatever she loves. Yeah. And it works. Like, she just kind of shows whatever she's a fan of and puts it on her album, and I love it.
I have a comment I want to make. Would you agree, Maddison, that Miley fumbled the bag when she came out with she had like a Mark Ronson song a minute ago? You remember that song?
I do remember that.
That wasn't the most disco-leaning song. Why Miley ain't quickly put out a whatever little project of songs that sound like that? She could have got in front of that and had Carly Rae Jepsen on her album, and Dua would have been looking like she was copying by that point. Because Carly Rae Jepsen is really the leader that set the standard for the girls all of the 70s. I wonder why Miley didn't do that.
But now it's going to be the other way around.
It's going to be the other way around. And Miley did it first.
Yep. Okay, let's move on and talk about Zac Efron.
Okay.
So this is interesting. Now, remember how we had heard about him skipping the High School Musical sing-along? You and I were joking. We're like, well, because we all know he didn't sing in the original High School Musical. And we heard, oh, he didn't get the call-in time. We're like, oh, this is a cover-up, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently, he didn't want to do the Disney sing-along because of Vanessa Hudgens. So
I told you that.
Did you tell me that?
I told you that on the show. I said that's weird because it was weird because Zac and Vanessa like are not cool still. So like of course he ain't gonna show, and he don't sing. Okay. They still have beef. That's why when people are like, when Vanessa broke up with Austin, I'm like, she's not getting together with Zac. It's never gonna happen. They not cool, y'all.
Well, your crystal ball. Here's another. Here we go. Prediction that came true, everybody. Here we go. New report from Hollywood Life, a source said that Zach has a lot of good memories from High School Musical, but he also has a lot of hurt that comes from his time with Vanessa. The insider went on to say that Zach and Vanessa don't talk anymore, so working together in a situation like this would be, quote, too difficult. The source went on to say that Zach would have had to practice a lot to make it perfect, but, quote, that would mean he would have had to work with Vanessa, and he doesn't want that in his life.
So what I'm hearing is, I heard what you said, Madison, but what I'm hearing is in about 3 to 5 years when Disney come back and they go, okay, girl, we don't put out these animated films. We're back for the main reboot of this. High School Musical 4, we're old now. Are y'all ready? That to me sounds like he's causing trouble then. Because we ain't going to want to go see it if Zach ain't in it. I ain't going to lie. I'm not even the biggest Zac Efron fan in terms of that. But, like, if it's not the whole cast, I don't want it. Like, I know a lot of y'all love this. Where was Mary-Kate and Ashley on Fuller House? Like, I'm sick of these reboots that don't have the full cast. Keke Palmer's redoing True Jackson VP. That's like if True Jackson if she wasn't the VP, who y'all gonna have? Some random black girl playing Keke? It don't make sense. So, Zach, if they approach you for a reboot again, can you just do it for the fans?
I mean, that's kind of how I feel, too. I understand that there's still a lot of hurt there, and I understand that they were in this relationship, but I'm also kind of like, it's been forever. Like, can we just get over it?
Yeah. Well, we don't know what happened.
That's true. Obviously, I mean, think of it. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Because she was with Austin Butler for 10 years. But something big had to have happened if you're going to hold on to that for this long.
Yeah, Madison. You're not wrong. I wonder what it was, though.
I don't know what it was.
It wasn't the nude scandal, because they were still together during the nude scandal.
Yep. They still stuck it out. So I don't know what it was afterwards, but something happened.
We got to call Vanessa. She's not doing that. Vanessa, what you doing? Tell us what's going on.
I do want to shout out Alyssa. Love you guys. Thanks for giving us the tea and funny light moments during these hard times. Thank you for hanging out with us during these hard times. So we appreciate you. But let's go ahead and move on. Oh, wait, real quick before we move on. I got to read Lean, because you know Lean always comes through. Lean says, I have a theory that the Zac Efron-Vanessa Hudgens breakup was so bad that they can't interact with each other ever. Forever? There's no way.
They must have broke up like how Jason and Lauren Conrad broke up at the end of the first season of The Hills. She was throwing them garbage bags off the side of the house, and she was like, don't touch me, and sped off in her very wealthy car. Ooh, maybe it was like that, Madison.
I don't know, but I'm very interested to see if we ever hear, because I feel like at some point we're going to have to, because the High School Musical reunion is going to be brought up.
I need it. Corbin Blue and the rest of them, they would probably love to do that and do some splits again. And Ashley Tisdale, come back and do it again, and we'll stream your music again. And it would be good for all of them. I hope that Zach, I think it's a little selfish if he doesn't do it, at least for the fans.
I agree. But let's move on and talk about One Direction, because this is some good One Direction tea. So if you guys are all about One Direction, here we go. We've been getting a lot of news about them. Shout out to Gordana. I love you guys. We love you. Hello. So Liam Payne running his mouth again, basically. So this is during a recent interview with the Daily Star Online. Liam made some comments about Zayn Malik joining the reunion and said that it's premature for fans to count him in. Then he went on to say, quote, some people are made for this thing, but Zayn enjoys the side of music where he gets to make great music. I don't think he enjoys what comes with it. I think he has to be very careful where he treads.
Okay, initially I was over it. Now I feel like, well, I'm glad somebody letting us know don't even get ready, because she is over there talking about I'm good with a salvia blunt. So I'm like, all right. So what I can decipher from this is, yes, Liam is talking too much, but I appreciate that he is kind of like giving a little bit more clarity in terms of Zayn, because we hear One Direction reunion, and I feel like there's a section of the fandom that's just like, One Direction reunion, that obviously means all of them if you're saying 1D and reunion. But Liam is saying, listen, Zac Efron ain't showing up for this one, and we are Vanessa. So if he doesn't show up, just letting you know now.
No, I agree.
That's how I'm saying it. And
he went on to say that Zayn loves making music, and it's always successful. He doesn't like performing it or doing press. And then he also shared that during their One Direction days, he said Zayn some days would be really into it, and other days he absolutely hated it. So ultimately, now that looking back, no one was really surprised that he left. Apparently, even he didn't want to go to X Factor and audition. So he was really dropping a lot of Zayn Malik details. But then as far as reunion details, Liam backpedaled a little bit. And he said not all the guys have actually talked, which is not what we heard. Because remember, he's like, Louis went off on me in a group text. So I'm like, what does that mean? And then he said that Corona has pushed it back and we shouldn't, quote, get our hopes up. So now I'm like, what's happening?
Maddison, all I'm going to say is this. Thank the Lord that I got my Harry Styles tickets when I did, because this is sounding messy. I'm still invested. I'm still here riding for the boys, but it's just like, you're not making the fans feel good about it. It almost kind of would have been better, I guess, if they just would have been silent the entire time and people like us just been like, maybe, and then the day of something just happens. Because then we don't have any kind of grounds to set expectations. You know what I mean? I feel like if we would have never talked about One Direction, if we would have never heard anything until July and they just popped up with a song, I might not have even cared whether Zayn or, was involved or whether there was a music video or anything at all. I think I would have just been so excited by the surprise that it's like, whatever. But now that all these details are coming out and Liam is flapping them lips instead of writing decent music, I'm just kind of like, about it.
No, I agree. And I feel like Liam is just talking too much. You know what I mean? And I think whenever you talk too much, that's when you say certain things, and then you have to backpedal. And now it kind of has this feeling like, all right, more drama, more mess. I feel like when we heard, One Direction, they're getting together, they're going to do something for their fans to celebrate their 10-year anniversary, we were just expecting this super positive experience. Like, we're all going to come together, even if it's for just one performance or one song, it's going to be so nostalgic, it's going to be amazing. And now there's like all of this drama attached to it that it's like, okay, now we're all just remembering why they broke up in the first place and it's not as special anymore.
I just want to say it's interesting. Yeah, I'll go as far as say this. I think it's interesting that the most popular members of One Direction aren't saying anything. And the least popular members of One Direction are doing all of the talking. And why is that? Because your music is not selling and you need this? Harry don't need this. Harry wants this. Harry's probably the only one that wants to do this. He's the only one that was like, I love One Direction. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Like, he is like ready. And, Niall is like, sure, whatever. But like, when it comes to like Zayn, we know is over there. He's in the corner. But like, Liam, girl, you put out that album, you offended bisexuals. Like, girl, you need this. So I wish he would understand that and just... so that when the time comes, he could get the benefit from it. But now we're all kind of like, whatever.
No, exactly. I find it funny that Harry and Niall have not said one word. We have KP saying, and Liam will never disconnect from 1D with this kind of talk. Look how fast Zayn popped solo because he detached himself from 1D. Jakara said, Liam is overdoing it. He's still mad that no one cares about him. Whitney Houston, we are interacting with our viewers. Hello to you. Hi.
Also, don't tell us what to do, please.
And then
I just want to be honest. Please don't tell us what to do.
And then Millie O said, Liam is the only one that needs it. Niall, Louis, and Harry don't need it.
Yeah, because even though I don't listen to Louis at all, I'm not a fan of his music, he has a very aggressive fan base. So, I mean, he doesn't need it either. Liam really is the one that could benefit from this.
Yep, and then Karina is just all for that Big Time Rush reunion. She is here for it. We talked about that yesterday.
No drama. I love that.
Yes. We also have Erica saying, good morning, sending love to all. Hello, Erica. Good morning, sending love right back to you. Let's go ahead and get into some couples therapy, shall we? Our couples news of the morning tea. So the first thing we're talking about is Aaron Carter. Everyone prepare yourselves for this mess. So during a recent Instagram Live, Aaron showed a positive pregnancy test from his girlfriend, Melanie. This comes less than a month after she was arrested for felony domestic abuse after a physical fight with Aaron. Now, we talked about the fight when it happened. At the time of the fight, if you remember, Aaron told TMZ he thought Melanie was lying about being pregnant, but now I guess he's all on board. He even posted on his Instagram recently a selfie of him with the caption saying, Dad bod. I know.
Congratulations! Let's do a shower. Let's do it. We'll call Nick and we'll plan a baby shower. We'll have to talk to our bosses so we can, get in touch with Hillary Duff. so we can redo like an I Want Candy moment. I don't know where Lelaine is, but you know, we can really throw a baby shower and it can be fun, it can be positive, and hopefully it won't end in Aaron Carter blocking us on Twitter.
Right? I really have no words, to be honest, other than just like, what is happening?
Aaron Carter looks like a used Band-Aid. I'm tired.
I guess for me, I'm just like, how do you go from doing an interview with TMZ and screaming about the fact that you think your girlfriend's lying to then posting on Instagram Live and being like, we're so happy. I'm just like, and this is why people are concerned. This exact reason.
I'm not happy. I think that he needs to be in someone's hospital. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe, Madison. I think he needs help, and I think that he needs to be in someone's hospital.
Yeah, something's just not feeling right.
He shouldn't be bringing a child into this world. That's my honest opinion. With what's been going on lately, he should not be bringing a child into this world.
People are not here for it. We have Music Lover 8594. He's the last person that needs a baby. Oh, Lord. Cole said, ew, not here for that. Miss Jackie said, best of luck for that baby. And then Kim said, the male Amanda Bynes. Do you think that's true? The male Amanda Bynes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say no because I feel like, to be honest, I feel like Amanda has more of a chance than Aaron Carter, to be honest.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think Amanda has a lot of people rooting for her, whereas with Aaron Carter, a lot of people are kind of like,
She threw a bong out the window one time. She went to school. Like, you know what I mean? She has, like, redeeming things about her. Like, sure, she threw the bong out the window, but then she went to school. And then she found a man. Like, you know, she's trying to get herself together. I feel like Amanda and Brittany are more alike than Amanda and Aaron Carter.
Yes, completely agree. I want to shout out Natalie. She said, I didn't love 1D, but I love Harry Styles. Don't we all love Harry Styles?
Yes, ma'am.
But real quick, let's move on and get into this Bruce Willis tea, and then we'll move on and get into Justin Bieber news.
Okay.
Shout out to Gordana. I look forward to your live every day. Thank you so much. We look forward to doing it. We have so much fun every day. We really do. I can't express it enough. Okay, Bruce Willis, you guys. So him and Demi Moore have been quarantining together. They've been divorced for years. So when people saw them starting to post pictures and quarantine together, they were like, what the F? That's super weird. Proving that Khloe and Tristan aren't the only exes who quarantine together, I guess. But their daughter, Scout, was recently on a podcast, and she did an interview and kind of shared what's going on because obviously the people are like, what's happening? She said that her stepmom was originally supposed to come quarantine with them with the younger half-sisters, but then one of the little girls had to take a trip to the doctor. I guess she was like on a playground and there was a needle and it was something with, she stuck the needle in her shoe and had to go get tested at the doctor. So she said that's why they didn't come up in quarantine with them, that they were waiting for these test results and everything's just delayed. But for me, I still kind of feel like there's more to the story.
There's a lot to that story, Madison. We got needles on the playground. We got Bruce Willis. So, Bruce Willis and Demi Moore are quarantining together because one of their daughters stepped on a needle on a playground.
Bruce Willis and Demi Moore are quarantining together because they wanted to quarantine with their whole family.
Okay.
Bruce Willis's new wife,
their
stepmom, was supposed to also come quarantine. So it's going to be stepmom, Bruce Willis, ex-wife, Demi Moore, all together. Okay. But then something happened with the younger half-sisters on the playground with a needle. And so they're saying that's why the stepmom and the other daughters didn't come up.
Oh, well, is the daughter fine with the needle?
We didn't. All she said was they were waiting for the test results.
Well, they're waiting for the test results. I'm like, well, we need to know, because if she good, then y'all all need to go in the house together. You need to keep an eye on your man.
Right? I don't know. I was just like, interesting. And Keisha said, why wouldn't he be with the child that was hurt?
Yeah.
Keisha?
Karina said something in the buttermilk ain't clean, and I agree.
Yep, just something to keep our eyes on, everyone.
Yeah, my eyes are peeled, girl.
Yes. Okay, let's get into this Justin Bieber news. So if you guys love Justin Bieber, please give this video a thumbs up.
If you're breathing, there's like 700 people here. If you can hear Madison delivering this good expletive tea, pretty please give this video a thumbs up because we would really appreciate it. And it helps you guys find the video tomorrow.
Yes, please. And if we ever have technical difficulties, it'll pop right back up.
Yes.
So helps you too.
As we saw today, thankfully.
Yes. Okay, Justin Bieber, you guys. So he recently went live on Instagram and revealed that he is working on new music. He said, quote, "We are working on something really special now. Be ready. Hopefully when all of this calms down a little bit, we will be able to release some new stuff and go on tour eventually. So I'm excited for that." Is this damage control for the story we talked about yesterday where fans feel like he's ripping them off?
That's exactly what it is. And I think that that's also the reason why Justin had previously said or put on his Instagram story before the cancellation of all this, he has said, like, the next album is sounding good, right? We talked about it briefly here. So I think that was his way of trying to get in front of it. You know, when the Ticketmaster stuff came out, the Beliebers weren't trying to hear it, as we talked about yesterday. And now here he comes again, like, no, y'all, relax. This is going to be worth your money. That's what it feels like. Because right now some people feel as though Changes is not worth the price of that ticket.
No, I completely agree. And I mean, we've said, I'm excited for Justin to come out with something. I know we were originally like fall, and I was like, no, we need this now. We need the new music. And I'm laughing because Bienshin for Life said no 20 million likes this time. I guess not. No. But I think he knows he actually has some redeeming to do. So he can't be playing it, you know, Justin Bieber, oh, he's the funny guy. He can't be playing that role because we're kind of all like, no, you need to prove to us that you actually still got it because Changes didn't fully give us what we were looking for.
What Wesley say? He said, Changes tour is canceled. He will release this new album and the tour will be for the 2 albums. And I agree, Wesley. It feels as though that is the plan. What I was thinking about yesterday, because I was listening to Changes, trying to give it another chance in terms of the other songs I don't like, and I still don't like them. I feel as though Justin needs to put out like a Future, Sex, Love, Sounds. Is that the name of the Justin Timberlake album? He needs to put out something like that. Justin hasn't had like a Sexy Back in a minute. You know what I mean? I think we were waiting for that Sexy Back and instead we got Yummy. So I think Justin trying to be mature on Changes didn't translate in the way that he wanted it to. So he needs to go back into his Usher bag, unfortunately for him. Dig deep back into your black people pocket. And give us something different, something that's actually mature. You can keep the funniness, the goofiness. Let's get it in expeditiously, like you can keep those elements in there. But I feel like even now, even an album about his wife still sounds childish.
Right? No, yeah. I agree with you. I mean, look at Freaky Friday, Lil Dicky. That song is so like it's a joke essentially.
I know that. I know the lyrics of that song inside and out, man.
But it's good. And
yes, it is.
Like the first time you hear it, you're like, ooh, and then you hear it again, you're kind of like, and it's Freaky Friday, you know?
That's it.
So I feel like Justin maybe should take a page out of Lil Dicky's book, which I never thought I would really say that. You would think it would be the other way around because Justin's so established, but I agree with you. I'm like, just give us something that is actually like we can dance to, we can get excited about, because I agree. The Lil Dicky song on Changes is great, but I still never just I felt like we were like, you know how an album should kind of go like,
you know, Justin needs to work with Neo.
Yeah.
He needs to work with Neo. You remember how Neo came out with Come Closer? Justin needs to come out with something like that. Come close. Something to make it move across the living room. Justin, where is that? That is not on Changes. None of them songs on Changes make me want to move off across this living room. Not even a little bit.
No, I completely agree with you. And I agree with Carly's Angels. She said, Sorry Part 2. Definitely need a Sorry Part 2. And Holly said, Nelly Old School. You know I agree with
yeah, you need Nelly, girl. Babyface on to produce something on his. He needs something like that.
Yes. And then Keisha said, I think Justin has Peter Pan syndrome. He refuses to grow up. I agree with you on that.
When I hear that phrase, I think of Michael Jackson, and that makes me sad because I don't want Justin Bieber to end up like Michael Jackson. So
I know.
Oh, TF up and quit.
I know. We also have Diana. She said, "Love you guys. We love you, Diana. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you." But let's go ahead and turn your volumes down for this Kim, Kylie, and then this Khloe and Tristan news. So turn them down, everybody. Turn them down.
Hello to everyone in my empty living room.
Hello. Okay, the first thing we're talking about is Kim Kardashian. This is a hilarious story. She's getting trolled for recently tweeting, saying that she just watched Big Little Lies. Wow. So she tweeted out saying, I just binged Big Little Lies. It's so good. who's seen it? And everyone's like,
literally everybody but you, Cam.
Literally everyone, because this series has been out for 3 years.
A little promo, and this is definitely non-spawns, because we know we ain't getting no coin from Hulu, but for those of y'all that don't know, and y'all are just like Kim, Big Little Lies is now available on Hulu because they're doing some sort of free HBO something. So if you have Hulu, definitely would recommend Big Little Lies. I would say it should be somewhere within your top 7 Reese Witherspoon performances next to Legally Blonde.
And you were going to say Little Fires Everywhere. And
that as well. Yes. You know, that's my top 3. Legally Blonde, Little Fires Everywhere, and Big Little Lies. Reese got an Emmy. Got some Emmys?
I don't think she has an Emmy yet, does she?
This is her year. This next, whenever it is, give Reese her flowers. Mm-hmm. I demand it. Give Reese her flowers. Give that woman her flowers. And Little Fires Everywhere. Carrie, with her cry face every scene, she needs an Emmy for that. Yes, ma'am.
No, that show is so good. The new episode is out today, by the way. If you have
I tried not to watch it last night. I'm gonna watch it later on today. You know that.
I know. Same. I literally cannot wait. So I just thought that was hilarious because literally, Kim, this is not the first time she's done this too. There was another show that she tweeted about and was like, I think it was, maybe it wasn't Making a Murderer, but it was something that like, she was just 6 months late. And everyone's like, where have you been? Like, we all are aware. We know.
She's like, I've been busy being famous.
Exactly. We also have Travis. Hey, loves. All I want is Taylor to come out with an album called Karma, where she calls out Scooter, Justin, Kimye, and all the haters. Just saying.
I want that. Mm-hmm. However, everybody outside of the people that want that will drag it. Which is why I believe Reputation was exactly how it was. It was little notes of "Give me your wig," and then it was like, "Well, forget y'all. I'm in love now. Bye." Mm-hmm. And I kind of
no, I completely agree. I feel like I want her to do that, but everyone already says that she victimizes herself too much. So I think if she did that, it would just be that narrative all over again, and she's not trying to be in that narrative anymore.
And she wants to do that. Now, girl, we'll suit up.
Yeah, obviously.
Now, if you ready to, girl, now, if she want to go there, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I think she's beyond that right now.
No, I completely agree. I feel like in this Lover era, it's all about moving forward. It's all about kind of like rebirth, new life, keeping it pushing. So, as much as I would love that, I don't think that she actually will.
Today.
Yes. We don't know. We still have a lot of Taylor Swift eras upon us. Okay. But let's move on and talk about KYLIE.
Okay.
So KYLIE, you guys know, has been going back and forth between Calabasas and obviously Palm Springs. She's in Palm Springs right now. Stormy was learning how to swim. And she posted this hilarious video on her Instagram story of Mama KRIS in her natural habitat. I don't know if you saw this, but she literally like crept up, snuck up on Kris Jenner, who is passed out asleep. We rarely see her take her momager hat off, but she took it off.
Me.
Shockingly. And then KYLIE tried to scare her, and it totally backfired. We actually have the clip for you guys that Leo's going to play, because it's really funny. You have to see how Kris, like, literally is not fazed at all.
Are you serious? It takes you...
She just literally has nothing. She just, nothing's there. Nothing.
Madison, I'm so glad that the video cut so y'all could see me looking at that video. To be wealthy and sleep looks like a piece I hope to one day know. Because Kris looked like she don't have not a care in the world. Mm-hmm. That's how I'm trying to be, Madison. You see, she is asleep on the swing.
She is just literally.
She's like, what problems? 99 problems, but this account ain't one. Like, ooh.
No,
I love it.
Wouldn't that be so great to just literally sleep so peacefully?
Can I just sit on the corner of the bed? I'm a person that don't even sit all the way in the bed. Can I just sit on the corner, just one cheek on, and just look around and do this? Like, this all you, KYLIE? All of this? You know that's how I would be in a car job.
I know. I know.
What all this?
I think I just loved that she literally has, like, her mom, like, her mother nature-ness, her mom instincts are just, like, gone. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and she's just, like, you can tell she has all older children now. She's like, Yes.
What do you want? You're all rich now. I've helped you out enough. Let me take a tiger snooze. Like,
exactly.
I don't know why she's British, but
exactly. Wendy A said, "Can we say melatonin?" Then Danielle Stone said, "Too much wine." And Jakara said, "Kris was not here for Kylie trying to scare her." And Milky Baby said, "LMFAO, same." I think that Kris Jenner might have had a little too much vodka. We know her drink of choice. But even so, if that's what helps you just have a nice little slumber, I'm not gonna hate on you.
She looked too peaceful, Maddison. I'm trying to be Kris.
Yep, completely agree. But let's move on. Oh, Emmanuel 279. Is she quarantined with Stassi? So we do see somebody else in the videos. She originally was not quarantined with Stassi, but we know that when she was seen in those pictures stopping to get those snacks, she was stopping by Stassi's house. So maybe now they've both been quarantined enough that they feel comfortable being around each other. But originally they were not quarantined together, but they might be now.
They gotta be careful. If you wasn't quarantined with nobody before this all started, don't be trying to set up new quarantines now.
I know.
Irresponsible, but what do we know, Maddison? We're just the people.
And I don't want to say for sure that she is or not. I don't know. And yes, it does look like that really quick in the video. Because I can't tell for sure, I don't want to sit up here and be like, hey, he's being irresponsible, because we don't know. We don't know for sure.
We're gonna find out.
Exactly. Okay, let's get into this Khloe and Tristan news.
Okay.
So, remember last week's Keeping Up, we had those discussions of like, oh, I'm freezing my eggs, and what about your sperm? And they were talking about having another baby, and we were just like, roll our eyes, we can't do this.
Yeah.
So now we have a little follow-up. This is a new report from People magazine, following up on Khloe and Tristan's baby-making plans, and the story said that Khloe loves being a mom, and she, quote, absolutely wants a sibling for True, and Tristan seems to be on the same page. There's just one problem. The source went on to say, quote, how this will happen is not clear. I think we all know how babies are made, but I don't think that's necessarily what they're talking about here. The insider went on to say that being co-parents is not what Khloe had in mind in regards to her relationship with Tristan right now. It is working, especially in lockdown. But for me, I'm like, is this another facade, or do we think Khloe is actually confused on her feelings towards Tristan, hence why it's not clear how they're going to have another baby? Like, what do you think is happening here?
Lee says they can't afford IVF, and that was exactly where I was going, Lee. So I was like, y'all don't have to have sex, girl. Put it in the tube, and girl, here's a syringe, and there it is. If that's how it works. I'm not a medical professional, but yeah, like I don't like. Why are they clamoring? Like why? Like sources, stay home. Like sources, turn your phones off until this is over, because y'all are sounding stupid, and y'all are making Khloe sound stupid as well. There shouldn't even really be no discussion. Also, like everyone in the chat is saying, we know there is a sibling. Prince definitely does exist. We speculated the other day that perhaps maybe Jordan Craig has like some sort of paperwork put in place where they can't really discuss her or their child in the media. So that's where my mind goes in terms of that. But I think that it's dumb that they're even discussing having a child to begin with.
No, I completely agree. I want to shout out Shamar. She said, let me say that you all are getting me through quarantine and advanced statistics finals this week.
Ooh, good luck.
And she said, hey to my boo Courtney from this Twitter fan. Courtney does have the best Twitter. If you guys don't follow him, you absolutely should. April Shower said they should focus on building a bond with what they have. Then they can think about what they need.
I agree.
And it's still just as mind-boggling to me that we're even having these conversations. Truly, after the Jordan Woods situation, I thought for sure, I was like, okay, this is going to be the nail in the coffin. Like, there's nothing that can redeem this relationship after something like this. This is betrayal not only to Khloe, but to her family, like, to her niece. This is betrayal on all levels. It's embarrassment. Yes, but here we are still talking about it. And it's just crazy. I agree. I think if they really wanted to have another baby with them together, there's ways to do it that they don't have to be together. And it's just mind-boggling, honestly, that Khloe feels like that's the only way that this can happen.
I'm over here like, I don't even care about Khloe and Tristan. I want to know what's going on with Blac Chyna and Rob. That's the only part of the family that I'm invested in, because I feel like right now we're hearing the least. about them, and I feel like when you don't hear a lot about the Kardashians, they're plotting or like something is happening. This is my speculation, not confirmation. I feel like when the Kardashians, like certain parts of the Kardashians are quiet, it's because they're either plotting or like trying to cover something up. So I'm like, what is Rob doing? What is Blac Chyna doing? How are those babies doing? You know what I mean? What's going on?
No, for sure. I'm waiting for an update on the Rob and Chyna situation because I agree with you. I also think that's kind of the most serious drama that's going on within the family. I feel like with Rob and Chyna, there's just a lot of layers to that. We obviously have their relationship drama, we have court drama, we have DCFS drama, we have nanny drama. Like, there's just so many layers to that I agree with you. I honestly think that's the most interesting, and ironically, Rob is the one person who is refusing to show any of that on Keeping Up.
Yeah. He doesn't. Rob don't want to be exploited. Like, you know what I mean? I know we have people in the comments that are like, you know, they say really mean things about Rob's weight and they call him sloppy and stuff, and he doesn't do anything, so why is he fighting Chyna in court? And I look at it as, even though Rob doesn't work, he can still provide, you know, for Dream if Blac Chyna can't. You know what I mean? So like, and vice versa. If Rob mentally could not take care of his child, of course he has a big family that's gonna fight you for it. However, the same way, Maddison, people can say, well, Rob should have never gotten with Blac Chyna anyway. She got the bag and he should have known what he was getting into. Maddison, it works both ways. Blac Chyna knew what she was signing up for when she slept with that man, when she was rubbing all on his scalp and doing the interviews saying, oh, I was motivating him to lose weight. You knew what you were getting yourself into. You knew that if you had a child with this man and things went a little sour like milk, that potentially it wasn't going to be just going up against Rob. You are going against Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, Katana, Melina, and the whole Mortal Kombat gang, if you will. So I feel like, girl, may the best parent win.
Nope, I agree. And I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. I still think Khloe's going to be involved in that in some way. But we also have Elias saying, Khloe needs to go away and get some self-love for herself. Why does her family not intervene? If Khloe wants more kids, she could adopt. Why create more kids, not have a dad love them outside the show? And we have always talked about Khloe's family in regards to this situation, but I think that they have taken the back seat because it's like you can only tell someone your opinion so many times before you have to let them learn for themselves.
Exactly, girl. And I feel like on this one, we're going to have to let Khloe go on ahead and, girl, put your clown mask on. We'll be right here to talk about it.
Yep. And then Emily, I'm loving Emily's comment. This is about you talking about Rob. Emily said, I love that a Kardashian actually has body fat on them instead of hiding it. And honestly,
yeah, I don't really understand that. People love to say that Rob is fat and sloppy, but then y'all also make fun of the Kardashians for getting surgery all the time. So which is it?
Right. No, exactly. We also have Autumn, our good sister.
Hey, Autumn.
Morning, Maddison and Courtney. Love you guys. What's going on with Jordan, Craig, and Prince? Does Tristan even see his son, or is he stuck to Khloe like glue? It's just, I have no words for this. It's very, like, sad.
Yeah.
We don't see him seeing his son, which we've discussed that there is a potential possibility that obviously there's a clause in, you know, their custody agreement that Tristan's not to post Prince on social media. She doesn't want Prince talked about on Keeping Up. She doesn't want Prince kind of around that situation at all. That could be a clause in their custody agreement.
If he randomly posted him on Instagram, then it would be like, what's the reason that you don't ever talk about him ever then? That would be my first question, Madison. If he can put him on Instagram, then it's like, why you don't ever mention him or talk about him or Jordan, Craig, or anything like that?
No, just exactly. I completely agree. So I feel like we don't know, but it is probably going to get to a point where someone has to say something, because we're all going to be waiting and confused and be like, why are you not seeing your son? I think it's getting to that point because people are starting to notice that something's not right. We also have Natalie. I would do the same thing as Jordan C. Keep my son away. That family is so messy. I would not let my son be dragged into their mess. And see? Exactly. I also think, too, we know when she was going back for, you know, her child support payments, part of her issue was like, I can't provide the same life that Khloe can provide for True, and I don't want my son to feel, you know, that things aren't even or question his life versus hers. And so I also think that could definitely be a situation too where Jordan's just like, you know what, if I keep them separate, then Prince will never be compared to True, because she might not want that either.
Madison, I think before this is all said and done, we're going to have a scripted Kardashian series.
You think? Interesting.
Because I think that moving pieces like both Jordans fictionally, that's the show. The same way Kyle Richards, she wrote about her life, American Woman. I don't think that's on the air anymore. I think that KRIS or KYLIE would do that.
Yeah. I could see that.
I think when KYLIE get into her KRIS bag down the line, when maybe her first grade pop in, I think she'll sit down with some writers and, okay, girl, let's get into it.
Olivia has the crystal ball emojis. That's Courtney's emoji. So I think you guys are
really
right. I think, I could definitely see something like that happening. But, and then Katie Gomez said, I feel like half the show is already scripted.
True.
Not wrong. Well, they might not have to memorize lines. They definitely have storylines that are already in place. The whole little Chris and Corey situation, while funny, a storyline.
A filler storyline at that.
But you guys, that is all the time we have. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Wesley Wednesday and hanging out with us through all of our technical difficulties. I apologize again. So sorry. Thank you for hanging with us. Please make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, don't forget that Courtney and I have our own individual YouTube channels as well. Courtney, where can they find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/CourtneyRevolution.
Perfect. And I'm just /Maddison Hill. If you type it in, you'll see me. I filmed another video this morning, so yay. I thought you'd be proud of me.
Let's get it. I'm very proud of you, Maddison. Let's go.
I'm trying, you guys. Also, please don't forget to Hit It Leo and Shambong Dave lots of love on social media as well. And we will be back tomorrow for Thick Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, guys. Now wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's in the man. Just wash your hands, Miss Ann. Wash your hands, it's in the man. Just wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands, it's in the man. Just scrub your hands. Just scrub your hands, Miss Ma'am. Scrub.